I developed a deep theory, and there's a lot of sex in the news today. P. Diddy and Harvey Weinstein. Okay, I developed a deep theory. On the one hand, the mystery is advancing a culture in which anything goes sexually. Anything goes. You want a drag queen performance for the kindergartners? Let's have one. And don't tell me that's not sexual in nature. Of course it is. It's recruitment of young kids. It should be outlawed. But everything goes. Everything goes. And yet when somebody who might be in a position to achieve some sort of political influence or power, and if he's unwanted, dreadful things are found out about that person regarding sex. So which is it? Either everything goes or it doesn't. It's craziness. In addition to losing our moral and ethical compass, the sexual behavior of people has become in play. It's a public discussion. It's part of the dynamic of the modern culture is sexual behavior. So what constitutes okay sexual behavior and what doesn't? Apparently it's okay to have a drag queen performance at the library for first graders. But it's not okay that, and I'm not defending Mark Robinson because this is a terribly complicated issue, but it's not okay for Mark Robinson to have visited a porn site. Where are we?
It's a good point.
Where are we
But
here?
that can almost be applied to a number of different things, right? The two sets of rules theory that we've had.
Okay, I know what John's going to say. John's going to say it's not okay that he visited a porn site if, in fact, he campaigns against the very sexual proclivities that he was watching.
But did you read what he posted? For instance, the transgender stuff.
He likes. He's allegedly he likes the trans sites. He likes their deal.
Has this been proven?
Well,
I said allegedly.
It's pretty. If you read the story, Kenny, it's got.
Well, I'm reading a story now. Yeah, and
how did they get a hold of his?
So wait. So John, we got to parse this out.
Yes.
So where Mark Robinson might be in trouble is that he's hypocritically embracing that which he campaigns against.
Well, I think that's part of it, certainly. But I think your point is also true. I don't think we accept this. I also don't accept part of what you said about drag shows. So, see, we disagree on that. I don't think. What don't you
accept?
That they're sexual.
Oh, for Christ's sake, what are they then? What do you think that is?
Okay,
vaudeville?
Can I defend Joe? I think you should have used the word some. Some drag shows can be sexual in nature.
So, since you brought up
as far as I'm concerned, everyone is.
Since you brought up vaudeville, Joe, so Milton Berle was sexual then. When he dressed up like a woman.
There's no comparison.
Milton could dress up like whatever he wanted to dress up.
That's not analogous when... I could go into some terribly graphic descriptions of what some drag people, but
which is what Chris said.
But I'm being torn away from the topic. On one hand, we have a Mysterian culture in which anything goes, and you have no right to judge me. You have no right to judge.
Trans
everything
rights,
goes,
all that stuff. Yes,
and then, but the minute it might be convenient to nail somebody for anything goes, that person gets nailed.
Pun not intended.
I think that's a very, very strong point. I want to read something here, and I'll be clean, and I don't want a lot of laughter here because I want you to think about this quote coming from both a left-leaning candidate, a Democrat, and a Republican, and I'm going to reference what John said earlier. These are quotes from him, allegedly. I like watching tranny on girl porn. That's effing hot. It takes the man out while leaving the man in, he wrote, according to CNN.
That's Mark Robinson.
And he says, I'm a perv too. So if this was coming from a Democratic candidate, would that candidate be held under the spotlight like this Republican candidate is? That's my question here.
I don't see how not.
And it's just echoing what Joe said.
I don't see how not. I think
Yeah.
I think
I don't
both you
know.
guys right now are talking about the boogeyman that doesn't exist. That
Like
that
what?
they wouldn't
Tell
go
me.
after a Democratic candidate in the
Yeah.
same position.
Yeah, I'm just so cynical on that matter, John, because
I know you are.
but then I have to think back to Franken, even though it's a number of years ago. The Democrats ran him out of office more so than the
for
Republicans.
virtually, a joke. Virtually.
Yeah, come in Rangoon. Yeah.
I don't like Al Franken as far as I can throw him, but he was shortchanged.
Yeah. He got Garrison Keelered.
He got Keelered.
So
And Keeler got Keelered.
He did.
in the old days, we used to say, well, I don't care what happens in that person's bedroom as long as they're, do their job, blah, blah, blah. Are we deviating away from that now that we're finding out what actually goes on? Is it any of our business?
I think in Robinson's case, he is. I think you could check. I think he's on record as opposing trans rights and things like
yeah,
that.
He is.
You can check.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And so that does lend a different angle to to the discoveries about him. The larger point, and this larger point would be. Never mind. I lost the larger point. No,
How about forgetting sex for a minute in some of his other comments? Should those matter? Are they germane?
Yes, he calls himself a black Nazi.
He says he uses the KKK's famous nickname for Martin Luther King. He didn't like Martin Luther King. The fact that Trump called him Martin Luther King on steroids is beyond irony.
Yeah.
He used the name.
He did not like Martin Luther King.
Oh, not at all. No. So is that open to any scrutiny?
Well, of course it is. Of course it is.
Do you have to like Martin Luther King in order to survive in this country?
Well, it was beyond not liking him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
it was the KKK nickname, if you're familiar with the King.
Okay, no,
That's what he
actually,
used.
I'm not. But so you're saying it was hate speech, basically?
Yes. Yeah, it
Okay,
was-
I'll
it
take
was
you at
hate
your
speech.
word. I don't know. I haven't seen that quote. All right.
But I guess what we're discovering is we're running out of pure people. How many people can survive this kind of scrutiny?